I am live. It's me. I know. Can you believe it? If I had like applause sound effects, I would have played them, but I don't have those. Welcome to the Livingston Man channel. I am again honored with the presence of, well, two of the three other horsemen, and we're really hoping that the other one, he's on the ride right now. He's going to show up and like do a live show from on location. So we got that lurking about too. This is going to be a really cool show. For once in my godforsaken life, I have a topic to talk about and some things to contribute to it. I know, right? Again, applause button. I guess I'll just, there we go. Whew, I gotta slow down because I'm actually just excited to maybe do this right for once. Ladies and gentlemen, my esteemed colleagues, neither of which needs an introduction, but we'll do it anyway. We have the glorious, beautiful vision, preparedness. We have the strong, mighty protector, Saint Michael the Archangel of Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me.
Do you guys really want to introduce yourself to all these people that already know you? If so,
no,
please.
not even a little bit. Hi, everybody.
We all know what's going on.
Can I do something real quick, though, Mr. Livingston Man? Scott Hummer, Teresa Buchanan, Loretta, Blue Butterfly, Michelle P.W., Foxfire, Gray Fawn, Gigi's Garden, Vision Preparedness, Rob B., Bad Blobber, Kay, Lily Highlander. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well.
Let me just do something real quick. All right. Court is in session. I was like on YouTube and I was poking around and like checking out people's channels and shit, just lurking. I have an alternate account. You might see him pop up from time to time, but I'm not going to tell you who he is. If you know who he is, you know. But I'd be lurking out there and I seen something that I was like, oh, you know what? I got an interesting topic this time. I got some of these OG prepping channels, checking it out. What's going on? And then I looked into the background of the channels, right? Did some research. And I mean, I looked at the background of the channel, literally what is behind the dude in the video. And I noticed something.
A lighter?
Used to be, you watch that channel, look like a surplus store took a shit, dude. Just all this stuff, you know. It's like, where are you even doing this from, bro? Now, even Trent is running out of supplies behind him. I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna break down why. You look at it, like, and then when Pete shows up, he's gonna, poor guy, he's just gonna be like on the run in a hotel room. Pete's straight bugging out all the time. He puts the bug out in bug out. Like Pete's on the move all the time. Mike, he's got literally nothing. It's like a, what is that, a pine tree, an appeal to heaven. That's all he's got in his background at this point. All I got is a bunch of guitars. I ain't eating them shits. And I'm going to tell you what happened. Shit got mad expensive. Things we bought from China named like these numbers, like these fucking unpronounceable names of some of this gear, right? And then you bought the shit, and you know why that stuff ain't in the favorite prepper's background no more? Because that shit broke, dude. It took it out one time, and that shit turned to dirt. It's good for survival. The only survival it's good for is surviving shipping, maybe, so it can fall apart in your hands when you open it. The fucking MREs. They ate that shit for lunch because fucking eggs are $13 fucking a gallon or whatever the fuck. So yeah, preppers are feeling the crunch too, man. You're starting to put it like, it used to be a reliable investment, and you kind of had like the money, and it seems like this is a good thing. I got like 3 years out of this. All right, here we are, 2026, and a lot of people started prepping. 2020, you know, when the C-19 rolled around, it's when, you know, the prepping really went through the roof, and everybody's got all this stuff, and they ate it, they broke it, the kids ate it. Fucking kids, bro, they ain't be fucking stuff up. All right, so I wanted to talk about tonight, what's some stuff you spent like serious loot on that you would have been like never again, and I would, and you would wish other people wouldn't?
Ooh, that's a really good one, Livingston Man.
Everybody thinks, you know, they buy some kit or they get like a starter pack, and that's great, but like I think you know where I'm getting at.
So I'm going to say there's two things that I wasted a lot of money on early on. One really wasn't that much money, but hindsight, it was a stupid purchase, right? The other one is when the power stations first came out, right? I jumped at the opportunity to buy one of these power stations, and I bought a Jackery. And at the time, it was when the newer battery technology was just starting to come out, and they were like really, really expensive. So getting into a Jackery, I thought would be important early on, right? And spending that money on the big power station and just getting it done and out of the way, getting the solar panels, the whole 9 yards. I spent a fucking fortune on that thing, and it's only 1,000 watts. It is heavier than a dead minister, and the solar panels are made out of like glass. I'm pretty sure the whole face of them is glass, and looking at what Opus has nowadays, I really got taken for a ride, man. I could have like Trent's whole entire shelf behind him for the price that I spent on that freaking Jackery and those solar panels. I literally could have bought like a ton of I got a 2400 watt Exodus over there, and I could have bought like 6 of them for what I spent on that one freaking Jackery 1000 watt.
Right.
The Exodus is what, 2400 watts. I mean, it's a serious power bank. Yep. And like pennies on the dollar compared to the Jackery, and the quality is identical. Mm-hmm. So I got hosed on a Jackery early on. Don't do your research. Do your research, especially when you're spending buku bucks on something. You better get side-by-side comparisons, print all the shit out, lay them out on the table, do some fucking flow charts, figure out where every dollar is going, because everyone counts anymore, especially watching it get devalued so fast. Right. The other mistake I made was those stupid gimmicky Amazon purchases, the little survival pack of this is gonna save your life. It's not gonna do any of that stuff, and most of the stuff in there is the cheapest garbage money can buy, and they sell them to you for 35, 45, 55 bucks depending upon how big you want to get, and it's a ripoff. Don't do it. Yeah. Buy the little pieces and parts that you need. Quality gear when you can afford it. If you have to skimp on some things, weigh your options on what you're going to skimp on. Medical gear wouldn't be one of the things I would skimp on. I would rather skimp on a tarp than medical gear, personally. But, weigh your options, man. That's a big one for me.
Yeah. For me, a couple of things. The first thing was a prefabbed medical kit that my grandmother has better gear than that. Spent this piece of money that now that I look back, I'm like, you were really stupid. But, it had more Band-Aids in it than anything else. And it did not have a tourniquet. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I literally threw the whole thing in the trash and wrote the company a nasty letter talking about they should be out of business. Because the money I spent on that, I would have rather kept my money and then, like Mike said, piece together my own kit, which cost some cash, but don't skimp on medical. And I was like, this couldn't save a squirrel if it was hanging from a tree, let alone anything else. And the other one was one of these survival cooking sets. And it was literally this, I'm going to say tin foil, but it wasn't tin foil.
Chinesium. It's
Yes, there you
Chinesium.
go. Yes, Chinesium. Yeah, hit the bell on that one. That's the word of the day, folks. Chinesium.
Chinesium.
Chinesium. So I set this thing up and, started my fire and was going to cook on it. And all of a sudden, the so-called metal something Chinesium thing started bubbling. And I was like,
fire's too hot for the Chinesium. Trent.
Yes. I'm like,
American fire is a lot different than the Chinesium fires. Okay.
yes. And the it started bubbling, and I was like, what? So I went and got a glass of water and poured it on it, scooped up the whole thing and threw all of it away. I said,
You got that tinfoil Damascus, like
exactly.
you rolled that shit out with a rolling pin.
Yes. The Chinesium, it didn't, and if the stand started bubbling, Lord knows what would have happened to one of the Chinesium cook pots.
You should have like cooked food and ate it, just see what happened.
Yeah, no, I was like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
I'd call a lawyer, but I'd be dead first.
Exactly.
No, I couldn't help but notice somebody's comment. Now, Vision and I do indeed have a sort of a joint venture. We'll call it. Miko Wolf actually is one. And I got to tell you that I'm going to put it to y'all. Okay, so you got like an annoying neighbor. You got like this person that like thinks they're part of your community, but like ain't nobody really like them all that much, or maybe they can't pull their own weight, or whatever. I got a solution for you. Okay, that's not a neighbor. That's not a dead weight. It doesn't have to be that for you. What that is a prime opportunity to invest. What that is, that mass of flesh, that's a grade A prime roast. I mean, we have room on the truck for whatever y'all want to get rid of. If you know what I'm saying, just consider us junk men. Take what you don't want. That was
easy.
Yes. We will take it and turn it into premium blend that will feed a family of 4 with nothing but nutrition, protein, and skin.
You got like a lazy ass husband. He won't fucking like do his own laundry. Like he won't help you in the garden. We got room on the truck. Just listen. T&L Meatpacking Company, because that motherfucker was useless anyway. Shameless plug. Let's get back to the thing here.
Well, before we get back to the thing, all you got to do is call 1-800-PROTEIN.
It's easy enough.
Schedule a pickup.
T&L Meatpacking LLC. You'll be hearing from us.
Holler at your boy.
We'll get drone. I mean, we got drone delivery in the works. We're already taste testing pet foods and treats. We got ice cream. Believe it or not, we're doing butter. We're branching into it.
Yeah, we got you covered, folks.
Ask not what it's made of. Ask nothing. Okay.
Oh Lord.
We're talking about shit we should have never spent money on, or rabbit holes we probably should have not gone down. And I really love kind of both of you agreeing that it's, in Mike's case, he like first generation stuff. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, oh, I'll just sit back and wait. Like, come on. You're trying to stay on the edge. You got to be there. I wouldn't fault him for that, but he learned a lesson from it. And in Trent's case, talking about build your own survival kit, that's very important. Like, as a general rule, Those all-in-one survival fucking kits are just crap. Like it's like 10,000 band-aids, a fucking pocket knife, and the pouch is the thing that's actually worked the most that they stuffed this bullshit into. It's what you paid for. Do your research about stuff like that. Figure out what's going to fit your actual use case. If you live in Florida, like okay, but you probably don't need like Arctic gear. And this is where your level of preparedness depends on your level of patience, budget, space to keep the shit, and ability to maintain it.
Yeah.
Other than that, the gloves are off. Do you?
That's a good one. I would definitely say if you're looking into a certain piece of gear, don't hesitate to reach out, man. Send me an email. The email address is right in the description on YouTube. Send an email if you got questions about a piece of gear. If I've used it, I'd be happy to offer my opinion. I would look at it for you if you have something online and say, hey, this might be a piece of crap. Try this one. It's similar priced and I know it works well. I'm always happy to offer advice. That's free 99. That's what you get just for, hanging out and being around and watching the channel, and I would never intentionally lead anybody astray. Every once in a while, you do get a piece of gear that's just damaged, factory defect, right? They come off the production line screwed up sometimes, somebody was taking a break while the machine was rolling out another 400 tarps, and yours happened to be one of the ones that got screwed up when the squirrel fell in. Who knows? Stuff happens, but most of the companies that I deal with are real big, legit companies who always stand behind their products. And if you ever have an issue with anything, I will go to bat with you and for you to these companies. So don't hesitate to reach out. Pestilence has places to go. It happens, stuff pops up and he's got to handle business. Ain't no big deal. He'll be right back.
People think being a horseman is you're like some biblical angel. It's more like you're like an EMT in like a crack infested like crime shithole. Please don't ever think that my world itinerary involves any place nice ever. Okay, I always go to these shithole countries. Okay, like all day long, all the time. It's never. I don't get a vacation. And imagine me showing up pale. What am I going to go soak up the sun? I'll probably fucking burn up.
Is that the camouflage one?
Okay, it's no let up. There is no.
Oh no, it's got the
humans.
Oh,
you just don't get it, man.
It's black titanium. Look at him. He's got the black titanium grail, Livingston Man.
They got some nerve.
This right here. I'm no longer allowed to buy these.
They are not a water filter, a water purifier. They are built for third world countries and austere environments. That is my personal go-to water purification device. You see how Trent is pushing that bottle down right there? 8 seconds. It takes 8 seconds to purify 24 ounces of drinking water with a Grail GeoPress. And depending upon how strong you are, it may take a little bit longer, right? They're not exactly the easiest thing in the world to press. Any of you guys on the panel who have pressed a Grail know it's not as easy as it sounds. There is a selection switch on the top. You just turn your arrow to the dot and press, and you let a little bit of air out, and it gives the right amount of resistance to purify that water properly. So make sure your cap is in the right position when you do it. But that bottle right there, 65 gallons of purified drinking water before you need to replace your filter. The filters run about $25. They're probably more now, but about $25 for a filter, and they just clip on the bottom. You screw them on, screw them off. Replaceable, awesome Grail. Get one. The titanium, obviously a little cooler, a lot more pricey. What, Trent, double the cost of a regular?
Yep.
Yeah. So a GeoPress is going to run you about $100. If you can catch a sale or a discount code, do it. Do it. Highly recommend those things. I've drank water from very questionable sources with a Grail, and no issues. Haven't had to use my Jace case yet.
Exactly. Same here. And Grail is one of our affiliates, but I have been
using his link.
Yeah. I've been using my own link.
I'm mad at you.
I have 4 of them.
Rob says get the regular on sale for $75. I believe the smaller one is called an Ultra Press. Gigi says what makes the titanium better. The other ones are high impact plastic. The whole entire thing. Yeah, you can take this one apart and boil water in the base of it. When you take it apart into 2 pieces, now obviously you need another container to be able to pour your purified water into, and then use that over the fire. It's got a hanging ring on it, and you can boil water in that sucker. I wouldn't recommend cooking in it, because then you got to clean it in questionable water, and then just not
Fire and boil water in this.
Absolutely. So you have your purified water. When you get your other container and you fill that, you can boil water in that, and then use make your peak refuel, baby. Get your peak refuel on. That stuff is awesome.
Yeah, peak refuel, or you can cook you some nutrient survival. Have your
Congratulations, gentlemen. Up until February 3rd, 2026 at 8:09 p.m. I didn't used to have ads on the channel, but appreciate the infomercial. I love that. Since we're doing that, let's do one that actually matters. Okay. Livingston and Trent's meat packing truck is on its way to a city near you. So everyone rejoice. You got annoying kids in the neighborhood. They're always coming around wanting you to give them money to shovel your sidewalk. You get that spouse that just won't put his laundry in the hamper. You got that boss that you're just kind of not vibing with. Never forget. Trent and Livingston meat packing facilities are en route to your location. We are opening up shops. We are employing hundreds, possibly even thousands of people. We are bringing prosperity. We are bringing peace of mind. Aren't you just tired of hearing her fucking hang in there? Now, gentlemen.
Betty Lou says, used my Jace case Doxy with my last Lyme. Yeah. If you get bit by a tick, not a bad idea to start a course of antibiotics. They say if you get antibiotics in your system within 48 hours of being bit by a tick, it lessens your likelihood of actually getting Lyme's disease. So,
yep, that is true.
Yep.
And if you have a doctor, most doctors will just phone in a script for you. If you tell them, hey, I got bit by a tick, they'll send some Doxy over to the doctor, or to the pharmacy for you right away. So they don't even question it anymore, especially not here in the Northeast. Lyme disease is super prevalent. And one of the many things you can get from tick-borne illnesses, there's a lot worse things you can get than Lyme disease nowadays.
Right. Gigi's Garden has an amazing question for us. You employ the people, but do they leave at the end of their shift?
No, not on the Livingston Man. They don't. Home is work. Work is home. We don't make those distinctions here.
Exactly.
You got some catching up to do, son. This is Livingston.
Yeah.
We do things a little differently, and our direct line to Ohio, which on government maps and in the sane mind, doesn't exist anyway. It's perfect.
Rip Curl says 6 must-have firearms: a Ruger 1022, a duty/carry pistol, an AR-15, or I'll call it a battle rifle, a 12-gauge shotgun, a long-range Magnum bolt action with good glass, and a .308 heavy battle rifle.
Rock
ammo
roll,
and
brother.
suppressor. I wish. I wish.
Run uphill with that shit.
Herein lies the issue. A lot of people
He thinks he can
dream
tap
of
all-
well,
he thinks
they
he can
dream
tap
of all this
the
commando
weapons.
stuff. And I host airsoft events, and they won't even come out to that because the airsoft rifles weigh a little bit less, but you do have to run from incoming fire and duck and move and communicate and try not to get shot by the guy on the other side of the map who has a sniper rifle. It's just get out there, and if you're thinking about that's the way things may go, and you'd like to train for it, I highly recommend you go to an airsoft field and just participate in some open play days that they have there. You're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself and your gear, the stuff that you bring with you, right, to use.
Let's talk about that plate carrier, brother, because I'm seeing you like reject carrying the weapon itself.
Yeah.
Another
and hey, don't forget those things are now illegal in New York. You can't have plate carriers or body vests in New York.
Really?
Ones that, like your grandfather there?
No grandpa, no nothing. You just can't have them.
They doing a buyback or something?
No buyback, no nothing. They just made them illegal to have. That's it. If you're a civilian in New York State, you cannot own body armor or any way to protect yourself from incoming bullets unless you have a badge.
They gonna make it so the bed of the Hudson River is just paved with like body armor and like what boat accidents. This is fucking stupid.
How many acres do you want here in Ohio?
Yeah, it's going that way, man. It's one thing after another. Our laws get brought up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court takes a look at our gun laws and says, "Hey, this is unconstitutional. You guys can't do this." And New York says, "Oh, okay. Well, hold my beer. You can call all those unconstitutional. Here's something a little fucking worse for you." And they
what you gonna do about it?
That was easy.
Just rewrite the laws and make them a little worse than they were before. That's how they roll around here. They don't care. They don't care.
I have the gun control debate always seeks to do like two things to two different people. It's a real pearl clutching for kind of everybody is, and it always there's like this extreme moral thing on one side. Just one gun off the street will save a life. Okay, man. Like, and so you're like, okay. And then you're like the other side. It's like it's written in the Constitution that this is like your absolute right as a citizen of this nation to do this, especially in New York. Like, yeah, you probably can get like a little something out the back of a fucking trunk at Walmart, but like most of us really don't know where that's going on. And that's actually the point, is that that's where gun control fails, is simply that criminals have never, by definition, gave a damn what the law said. So all the law ever does, especially in these cases, is enslave the people who respect it and abide by it the most.
Right.
Why gun control laws are always so controversial is because people think that there's such a thing as gun nuts who don't need that, and it's not the fucking point. The second thing that the founding fathers made sure to say is that you were like definitely by right as a citizen allowed to have this. And unless we're going to rewrite the entire Constitution, which I don't hear a lot of support for, you got to respect what's already been written. The fact that you can even change the Constitution is remarkable in itself. Hasn't been done in a long time, but can be. And I think that's the thing that all people who are liberty-minded, whether you're here for abortion rights, gun rights, this right, that right, the rights that were given to us, not by government, by God and by ourselves as a collective humanity, well, then what does any of it matter?
Right.
Things you got to ask yourself.
When they had asked some of the founding fathers, what do you mean about the Second Amendment? People should have arms, and I believe the response was they shouldn't just have arms; they should have sufficient arms and be proficient in using them so that they could never fall victim to a tyrannical government again.
Yep.
So not only did they want you to have arms, they wanted you to be proficient in using them, and you should have sufficient arms to defend yourself against anybody who would come to do you harm.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But that part didn't get written into the Constitution. That was all part of, what do they call it, the Federalist Papers after the fact, Livingston Man? Is that what it was?
Sure. And the Federalist Party is actually a different thing. It's a modern equivalent of it doesn't really exist. The Federalists were like, imagine like ultra Republicans kind of, but a little different. They actually advocated for big government, big money, like, and most of like the big rich guys were Federalists. You would almost call them like a cross between like the modern oligarchy that we have now with like the landed gentry, Livingston Manor fellas like myself, huge landowners, big money, control, because, they were the smart guys. They had all the money, they had all the land, they had all these people working for them. So of course they were the ones that dictated what was happening. Big Federalist Party. When not the modern day Democratic Party, but when the first Democratic Party happened is what really kind of just trounced the Federalists right out. They were doing a more populist thing. The first Democratic Party was more akin to the populism you see in the Republican Party now. Very for the people, speak to the common man, common goals. These are the guys that did indeed like make real social change in their day. And over history, you see that both of these so-called parties actually like they keep going like this, like they keep adopting each other's platform, but calling it some different, a shitty reboot with a different name. Very interesting times we live in, and you see it today. You see things like, patriots demanding compliance. You see liberals exercising their Second Amendment rights. And both of them pointing at each other saying, wasn't it just different 10 months ago, bro? And it was. It fucking was. Talking about, Mike is big about this polar shift, and yes, sir, that fucking happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But the oceans didn't tip over, but instead society's attitude did. Can we agree? Oh
yeah, it's on its head, bro. It's on its head. We are in the fucking twilight zone now, right?
Yep.
The left is clamoring about gun rights now. It's come full circle. It's come full circle. So the only thing that I'm excited about is that both sides kind of agree about the Second Amendment now.
Yeah. Exactly. So here's my question. How can New Yorkistan, how can this not go straight to the Supreme Court?
They know that it's going to be challenged in court. At the lower level, they are going to win every single time. On the state level, they're going to win every single time. At the lower federal level, they're going to win every single time. And then it has to get kicked back and forth and kicked around and kicked back this way and kicked back that way. It took, when did they institute the SAFE Act, Livingston Man? 2014? A lot of the provisions that were struck down were written in 2014. It took 10 years, 11 years to get those laws up to the Supreme Court level to be struck down. So these places that pass unconstitutional laws, they do it knowing that it's going to take decades to go through the legal system because of the way things work and their law for the next decade until it goes up. And then as soon as it gets kicked back down and they come down with a decision that's not favorable of the state, they just write new shit the next day and pass it.
Okay. So back to my original question. How many acres in Ohio did you rent?
40.
Gotcha.
40.
Yeah, it sounds manageable.
With a stream. Yeah. You got a spot for the cows, the crops, the homestead.
Yep. Gotcha.
And yeah, on that point, Mike's absolutely right. Navigating New York politics in general. Now, there's
just the laws. Forget it.
Albany is like more corrupt than any Tammany Hall fucking thing you ever heard from in history. Albany is the absolute like,
scourge of Carpathia.
Basically, ego, like the sorrow of New Yorkistan. But no, it's what they do. It's common practice. You pass fucking asinine laws in the middle of the night. A group of 3 men in a room. Shit. In this case, it's still 3 men in a room. Huckle is what I'm going to call a Biden Democrat. To Mike's point about pushing things through the court system, and I remember when they was on that C-19 guidelines and all this, they was trying to get hard with us. Like Biden said, our patience is running out, Jack. Make me call Corn Pop. And we was all like, fucking call that motherfucker. Let's get But he said, he gave something and he urged people. He said with a straight face from the presidential podium, something along the lines of, I'm going to paraphrase, it may very well be illegal, but I would recommend that all the Americans follow it until we hear otherwise. And that's what I mean when I say Biden Democrat. Like Mike said, one that knows that like until laws are funny. Constitutional until proven unconstitutional, and that can be an issue in places that can ramrod legislation through like this.
Welcome to the People's Republic of New Yorkistan.
Now, I could fire the same shot at the executive office of the United States, but oops, I just did, and leave it at that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's why I'm not allowed in the state of New Yorkistan.
I don't see, you and I share a common, like we must be like brothers from another mother, because like we can never actually come into contact. If you were to come too close to New York, or I was to come too close to Ohio, like there can only be one, Trent. The balance has to be.
Yeah. The vortex would literally tear in half. And
the trucks are the connection.
Yes.
Did I mention our joint venture tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, T&L Meatpacking Facilities. Got an annoying boyfriend, that chick that just won't stop talking cashiers.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes.
Roll it.
Big things will be coming soon. We're still holding out for, what do you mean, roll beautiful bean footage? We got 20 minutes left.
Yeah, well, I want to see the truck on the move again, my friend.
Oh, I thought you meant that.
Yeah, well, if you're gonna pump the product, I mean, pump the product, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We got one truck I bought on Facebook Marketplace. I risked my life for this.
Start it over again, because they didn't even get to see the beginning of it.
Mrs. Livingston made a deal with this guy on Facebook Marketplace, so I had to heavily log myself.
Got him in a refrigerated box truck.
Oh, look, we got the roaming prepper is in the house live.
On? There he is.
Look, he got his haircut.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yes,
Yeah.
5x5.
All right. Yes, I'm in a suit. Every now and then I can't look like a buffoon all the time.
This day and age, war is often dressed like a businessman.
I'm telling you. Like
Gray
I tell
man
you guys, I'm in business and then I show up in old caps, I gotta dress nice every now and then.
Looking good. You're live from where right now?
What's that?
Where are you live from right now?
I am live from the lovely city of Dallas, Texas. So I'm actually about 3 blocks from the book depository where Mr. Oswald shot our president.
You mean where Lee
interesting
Harvey
place.
Oswald defended himself from an unprovoked attack by the United States president? Is that what you mean? I hear you. He shot first. Dude.
You got to hear the guy in the corner of that place who screams about the grassy knoll and the gremlin. And there's all sorts of comedy in that part of the world. If I can sneak over there, I will send you guys a picture of Dealey Plaza from the plaza to the building.
Brother, if you come live from Dealey Plaza, I mean, it's a wrap. I mean, the Livingston Man pulled off a fucking trifecta tonight. I actually knew what I was talking about for once, held it together, and then we went live from Dealey Plaza. Can we get a 1 in the chat? Come on. Let's get this going on.
Wild. Yes. But gentlemen, I can't stay too long, but I wanted to say hi and just, let you know I'm alive and the roaming prepper actually made it to his destination today.
Awesome.
He do be Roman. He do be
What were
Roman.
we talking about today, though?
Useless purchases, Pete. We were talking about stuff that if you could go back, you would have never even went down that hole, or you would have waited, or you would have just, not done it. Essentially, we went all other places, but that was the core. That was the start.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. And, sadly, sometimes you got to buy something to see if it's worth the money. It's like a double-edged sword, but then sometimes you buy it and it catches fire, and then it
Yep.
sucks.
Yep.
Mhm. Yes.
That
Sure.
was essentially the sentiment. He basically did the AI summary of what we concluded.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Chinesium. We were talking about Chinesium.
Chinese.
Chinese.
The cheapest pot metal money can buy.
Damascus tinfoil. Dream about that tonight.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna have one of the international guys go, "Hey, you can't say that on the." I'm hiding. There's like you hear that rumble in the background. There are 1,000 people in this hotel. Literally, it's just this big commotion over there.
Wow.
Hold on, I don't know how to flip my camera around. Otherwise, I'd do that. That would be pretty cool.
Perfect.
Nope, that's not it.
It looks like a.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Wow, that place is huge.
We
Wow.
are live,
They're all
ladies and gentlemen.
downstairs.
Get Pete the screen. Like,
Yeah, it's wild. And then of course you have like
We need to send.
yeah, we have the big bars downstairs, which is probably where all my coworkers are right now.
Sold. Open bar, dude.
Yeah.
I would never want to keep you, Pete. We love you to stop by. I'm glad you made it safe.
guys hear
Make
me?
it back home safe.
Yep, we got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I lost my audio. I know.
We
Yep.
can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we got you 5x5, buddy. I don't think he can hear us now.
No, maybe not.
Too much camera flipping.
Yep.
The War Horse
He's stuck.
on location. Dallas.
So, see how the grid down really affects
Oh.
you.
I think I lost my audio, guys. So
Nope. There you go.
I will see
We
y'all
got you.
later.
Be good,
Be
brother.
good.
Right. Peace.
The roaming
Right, so,
prepper
homie.
takes over Dallas.
Yes.
It's been a hell of a show. We got reporters on location checking in. That's a heck of a place he was in, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Hotels
the
and
big that's the big time, big city stuff right there.
Absolutely.
Oh man, now we're going to start talking about JFK conspiracies. We don't have time. I do want to ask. We usually do this, so let's do a scenario-based question.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to need a cigarette for this one. All right, gentlemen, it is the current situation. 15 degrees, like outside. Power's out.
Mm-hmm.
You got gas in the car, so you go to the store. You need to get something. Card readers down, won't work. Why the store is open? It's not the question. You have a toothache that has been bothering you for like 2 days. Explain your mindset working through that.
That's
That's
I gotta
easy.
tell you.
That's easy. I get back in my car and come home because I should have never left to go to the store because I didn't need to. I go to the cabinet. I pull out a bottle of clove oil. Get a Q-tip. Put it on there. Put it on the tooth. No more pain. Do I need to pull the tooth? I probably am not going to because I'm not a dentist and I haven't stayed at a Holiday Inn in 30 years.
I've had toothaches made me feel like I was about to become a dentist. I had the Army
Yes.
Special Forces manual. I read that shit. I'll pull your tooth out. I won't pull my own tooth out, but I'll pull your tooth out.
Right. Now, and I'm with you. Toothache is probably the worst thing on the planet to have, but the clove oil will instantly get rid of the pain.
Yeah, it's antiseptic as well, so
Correct.
helps with a little bit with the topical infection.
Exactly. So it's going to do two things. It kills the pain and it helps topical. And I'm going to suffer, but I'm going to use the clove oil indefinitely until I can seek professional medical help.
If I have a toothache that bad, right, that it's really bothering me, and the power's out, and I'm in need, if I'm going to the store, I'm going to grab two things, over-the-counter meds. I'm going to grab a bottle of Advil or ibuprofen and a bottle of Tylenol.
Mm-hmm.
You take those two in combination, and they say it works almost as good as a prescription painkiller for killing pain.
They make ones that are actually the
dual action ones. Yeah.
Swear by
But
that.
I like to make my own dose, so I'm more like 1,000 milligrams of Tylenol and like 800 milligrams of Motrin kind of guy. So
Okay.
it works pretty good.
Both of you guys narrowed right in onto the toothache part, and ignored the that you couldn't buy actually what you went to the store to get.
Well, no, I can buy it. Fine. I carry cash. I'm not solely a card guy. So if I swipe my card someplace and it doesn't work, I take the cash out of my wallet and I pay for what I have to, and then I know it's something's up, and hopefully I spent that cash wisely, because we could be in the beginning of a SHTF situation.
It makes me think that you both have experienced tooth pain in your life.
Oh yeah, bro. No, I've woken up from a sleep one night and it looked like I had a softball stitched under my jaw. I went to the hospital, and then I was then taken by ambulance to a better hospital that had an oral surgeon on staff because I had a massive infection in my tooth. So I am no stranger to tooth pain and dental emergencies.
Myself included. And what these can do, they can pop up out of nowhere. You can take a single bite of food and all of a sudden just be like, oh, like it's like you got electrical shock to your face. But I'm going to make the case here for, again, like something like a Jace case or whatever, like, the Canadian or your regional equivalent.
Yeah, antibiotics.
Because that's actually, in the case of toothaches, really what your problem is an infection and swelling and the pressure that's making the pain.
Yeah.
While Trent's solution is topical and works, it can help, but only in the best cases will actually treat the underlying thing, unless you're going to commit to a long-term holistic approach.
Well, that's the rest of my story. I didn't even get out of the story yet. It was come home and start a course of antibiotics.
You talked about Jackeries for 35 minutes, dog.
Yeah, but no, you're absolutely right, bro. You have to have the antibiotics. Listen, if you can't afford a Jace case, there are other alternatives, man. Look into the pet meds and stuff like that. I hate to say that out loud on the internet, but it's true. That shit's real. As long as there's no other additives in it.
Watching, and like 39 of them are feds, dude. Don't even worry about it. Like, yard birds is real.
The fish mox used to be like the best kept secret on in preparedness, right?
Yeah.
You could buy 1,000 amoxicillin 1,000 milligram pills for like $25, and then people started getting wind of it, and everybody started buying them. Then there were shortages of those because everybody stopped buying them. They're the exact same pills that you get in your prescription bottle. Just one side goes to animals and one side goes to people, and they fill the bottles and send them out to everybody. So, the quality of which may be questionable, but man, if you got in on that early, then props to you. If you missed the antibiotic train, I don't know that it's closed.
Would you wave your hand, or were they feds? They're probably the feds.
Bots. Make friends, man. Make friends with your hygienist. Make friends with the dentist. Make friends with. Give these people your phone number. You know, I mean, you wanna be friendly with these people. You want to know where they're at and how to get in contact with them, because when times get bad, if you don't have like a dentist or a hygienist or a veterinarian or any kind of nurse or doctor or anything like that on your side, you're at a disadvantage if anything medical should pop up, right? You can't go to the hospital. You can't go to the doctor.
Can't screw two boards together and fix it. There's no shark bite for that, you know?
Yep. It's true. It's true. But make friends in areas where you're lacking and be an asset to them, you know?
Yep.
I'm sure you have something to offer, right?
Absolutely. I like that too. Not only are you looking for people who have something to offer, but you should be capable of offering something, or else the only thing you're going to offer is like 35 pounds of skeletal meat for the grinder in Ohio. We're going to get a call and we're going to come pick you up.
That's true.
Now,
yes.
I wanted to leave us. I've been watching y'all. I've been taking some notes and stuff. Now I want to leave us with a question. I've seen other people do this. Southern Tier Prepper, for one, was the one that stuck out to me. She would always ask, "What are you doing to prep this weekend?" So I ask you, no shooting guns, no whittling punji steaks, fucking John Rambo nonsense. What banal, like, just boring skill are you either currently practicing or perhaps been thinking about taking up? Are you soldering electronics? You learning how to patch that hole in the bedroom wall? You learning how to can jars? You learning what's the just boring, slow rot, day-to-day SHTF nonsense you're like either starting to get into right now or are looking to and haven't yet? That's for you guys and the chat.
Okay, so I have recently taken on a project here. The Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Facebook group. There's a few folks in there who asked if I had gotten into these mesh networks, right? Meshtastic, which is they're hacked Wi-Fi routers that emit signals, long-range network stuff, basically making your own cellular network, right?
Starlink for the people?
Yeah, but just for text messages, not for internet-based stuff. So it's solely a texting thing. And these things, they kind of work like 5G in that you need a lot of towers to create a resilient network. So the problem with the Hudson Valley is, well, we're the Hudson Valley, and it's very hilly and valley. Lots of streams that come through, lots of high ground, lots of low ground. So there's lots of coverage loss because of all the hills. So you have to get these things on high points. And I decided to invest some time and some money into infrastructure for a mesh network in my neck of the woods. Based off the calculations I've done and some of the places I can get these nodes to, we should have a pretty resilient network here at Livingston Man very soon in the Hudson Valley, in our little network, our little neck of the woods here in the Hudson Valley anyway. My neck of the woods, it's very hilly. When you get up to Livingston Man land, it's much flatter. And signal will go a lot further from a high point where the Livingston Man's at versus where I'm at. So I got a few nodes. A few of them are solar powered, and I don't know a lot about this stuff. So I am honestly relying a lot on other content creators and people from the Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival Facebook group who know this stuff and do this stuff on a regular basis. The guys are great. They know what they're talking about. I'm an amateur at best. The most I could do was buy some infrastructure and say, hey guys, I have this stuff. Can you help me get it up and running? You know, and the guys in the group all happy to do it. Shout out to the Fossil channel. Fossil channel's awesome. Great guy. Jonathan knows his stuff and practices it on a regular basis. And between him and Rob in the group, we're definitely going to get it all figured out and established here in the next, I'd say, month or so. I'm waiting on a few more pieces to show up from the Amazon delivery man, and out they go. And I will report back with my findings and, you know, whatever I learned throughout this process, how complicated it is, how complicated it isn't, how well it works compared to other forms of communications. Because I think comms, when everything goes dark, is one of the most important things that you can get, is just some information from somebody. You know, if the guy on the other side of the Catskills tells me everything's on fire west of me and the wind is blowing my way.
Hey, just in case you guys wanted to see, that's
Wow.
what 1,000 people on one floor of a hotel looks like.
Wow.
I just
A lot
wanted
of
to share that with you before I had to jump off again. Hey, you guys have a great week. I'll holler at you when I get back home.
Safe
All right, be
travels.
Safe travels.
Be good.
Be safe,
Good.
Pete. Peace.
He's got a drink. He's having a great time.
Yep.
Comms. Do the comms. Do all the comms. All of them. Redundancy, right? Multiple layers. So when one fails, the next one just picks up where that left off.
That's awesome.
Got to be able to talk to each other. If you can't talk to nobody, then what sort of community do you even have? Figure it out. Trent, what do you say?
For me, I say I'm actually finishing up my curriculum because I'm getting ready to start teaching Stop the Bleed courses with some enhanced wound care and things like that I'm going to be teaching this month, because my great friend here always talks about training, get professional medical training, and we are certified Stop the Bleed instructors. So I am preparing that curriculum, which is going above and beyond your basic Stop the Bleed course. And those that participate in the class will receive some life-saving items as well. So I'm finishing up that curriculum this weekend.
Awesome. Awesome.
The Stop the Bleed courses are like a federal government thing.
Yeah.
They're free. If you are the kind of person that wants to get sign up to be an instructor to do that, that's one thing. But otherwise, these classes are free, and you can get them in many different places from. Well, even Trent himself, and we know plenty of other people. Again, if you want to go to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival's channel, every link for all this stuff is there.
That's right. Check them out.
Everything. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through and spending, as Mike would say, your most valuable asset, your time with us tonight. God bless Pete out there in the world doing his thing on a Tuesday night. I would imagine being in Dallas, Texas with 1,000 people with a drink in your hand right now. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Sounds all right to me. We ran the gamut tonight. And the thing is, and I feel vindicated in saying it, is that this so-called apocalypse, the shit's never really going to hit the fan. The shit is going to slowly slide into the fan. There's shit hidden. There's shit in the fan, but it's it's okay. You get nose blind to it. You don't care. But then this decay, this death by 1,000 cuts, this slow rot that won't quit. That's the real apocalypse. The thunderclap, you're going to wish for one. Until then, we have to suffer through this decomposition of everything around us that we are somehow gifted enough to see happening, but powerless to stop. I don't have any advice for you in that regard, except that I hope that you, through me saying that, us presenting what we do, that you just start to realize that even the fucking apocalypse ain't going to be fucking easy, man.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been the four horsemen. War is out riding with the elites right now, as he's been known to do it. Gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by the channel and giving me, as well, alongside the viewers, your most valuable asset, your time. Any last words?
Stay safe.
Stay vigilant
Keep on prepping.
and stay strapped.
Stay drunk. Livingston Man out. Love you guys. Good night.
Ah.
That was easy.